I am the SDS Advocacy Worker for Carers of West Dunbartonshire. My current post is funded by Inspiring Scotland, and it's through their Supporting the Right Direction programme that I'm funded. So the whole reason for that is that the SDS improvement plan that runs from, I think, last year until 2027 outlines importance of independent support and advice regarding self-directed support. So that's where I come in for advocacy for you guys for accessing SDS. So my role within helping you access an SDS package as a carer is I am the person that would complete your adult carer assessment and support plan, or your ACAS, with you. So just as Cheryl has said, every carer under the Carers Act has a right to have a carers assessment. So if you need one, you can ask for one, whether you meet the eligibility criteria or not. You still have a right to have a carers assessment. But anyone who feels they hit the considered low to critical range, that's where I would come in and complete your carers assessment with you. After that, there would always be a discussion about your options. So we don't expect you after today to remember all the options that we've just ran through with you. My role will be refreshing all that with you, discussing your options and how it might fit into the support package or the outcomes that you're wanting to meet for yourself. So just discussing to see if an option 1 would suit you, an option 2, that kind of thing. I would also pass on your carers assessment to the relevant social work team with your consent, of course. And this would essentially be your referral in for your self-directed support as a carer. So it's based off of the person that you care for. That's the relevant social work team for yourself. So if it's a child that you're caring for, it might be the children and families, or the children with disabilities team. If it's an older person, it would be the older people's team, all that kind of stuff. And then I would provide some advocacy support to help you with your SDS journey. So if you feel like things stagnate a wee bit, or if things change at all and you need me to get in touch with the relevant social work team to see where you're sitting on their waiting list, have things moved forward at all, do you need me to push anything forward for you, that's where I would come in. So I would just be able to bring that up to them and try and highlight it to your allocated social worker, the senior, whoever would be relevant to your case. So this is the adult carer assessment and support plan that Cheryl was referring to. This is the one that we use in West Dunbartonshire. So as she had said, it's all about your wishes, what's important to you, your impact to caring. It's about the outcomes that you want to meet rather than the outcomes that you're looking for the cared for person, as much as we can take those into account. But the social work assessment would be the assessment on the person that you care for. This would be the assessment on what outcomes you want to meet through your SDS budget. So we would discuss with you the impact of caring. It might not be too clear in the picture. It's split into your life areas. So you've got your physical health, emotional well-being, finances, life balance, future planning, employment and living environment. So we would get some detail and some context from you about the specific impacts that your caring role might be having on your different life areas, and then that's where the eligibility criteria comes in. So we would look at the detail in the context of your impact of caring, and if one or more of these life areas hits the considerable to critical range, you're eligible to be referred in for SDS as a carer for a short break. And then we would also go through you with an initial support planning. So we would help you curate your support plan, but this is where you would note down your outcomes. What are your wishes around what you want to access? Is there anything you want to discuss regarding the person that you care for, that kind of thing? Is it an option 1 that you're looking for? If you're not too sure, we can keep it nice and broad for you. You don't have to prescribe to anything during that assessment phase. It's just about putting the feelers out to see where you're sitting in your head about where you might want things to go at that specific moment. So once this is done, it would get sent to the social work team, and then that's the first step in accessing your SDS. So this is the eligibility criteria that Cheryl has just run through with you, but I made an infographic. So there's 5 levels of impact of caring. So you've got your low impact, moderate impact, considerable to critical, and it's up here that you're wanting to hit in order to be referred in for a SDS budget. So as you can see, eligible for local authority support. So this is what would be attached to your impact to caring. So for example, if you came to me and said that particularly your life balance, you don't have a life balance, your life revolves around your work and your caring role, or you just don't have any time for yourself, that's where you would be hitting the critical. If it's quite considerable on your emotional well-being, that's where it would hit there. So it's all about just seeing where you're sitting in that impact to caring. And lastly, these are the options that Cheryl has just run through with you. So I would discuss all that with you right after we've done the assessment, just to see where you're sitting, what are your ideas, is there anything that you want to access, is there anything in particular that you've come to me for, do you know what you want, or are you still just exploring? So we would just look through these options and see if you're wanting to decide if you're wanting one just now, or if you want to keep it broad, we can do that as well. But it's just because under that improvement plan, the importance of independent supported advice, it means you can always come to me, ask for, what are my options in regards to this. So even if you're not coming to me for a carers assessment and you just want a discussion about your options, I can do that as well. So that's, in general what my role is here. You would also be linked with a carer support worker, so that if you're not looking for any SDS, you would still have that support. But even if you are accessing SDS, you've still got a carer support worker you can go to for that universal and preventative support.